The two books I read recently were Now It's Our Turn and Serious Girls. So this one is fiction and it's a pretty fast read. I enjoyed it, but I don't think I'm going to keep it in my personal library. I think it definitely is well written for a young girl's mind. One of the quotes on the back says that she has a sharp ear for young women's inner dialogues, and I think you can definitely see that in the book. At first, I thought the read was kind of too fast because I couldn't really get into it, but then I started to appreciate the pace and I just got sucked in, and it was a fast read, so that was really nice to get back into reading with this book. Then with Now It's Our Turn, this one is feminist nonfiction, and it kind of talks about feminism also with a earth-friendly, eco-friendly aim. I thought I wasn't going to get that much out of this one because it was kind of covering some basic points, but then as I continued to read it, I felt so affirmed by what I was reading, and it also has some meditations you can do throughout it. I'd say one thing is this book isn't very popular. When I looked it up online, there wasn't a lot discussing it. The thing is that since this is an older book, a lot of the statistics may not be like accurate or relevant. Yeah, it's a little outdated, but I did realize that this is something I'm most likely going to keep in my library because it feels like a material I'd want to go back to just for that affirmation or a reminder if I'm ever needing it. In sort of an obvious way, this book is about young girls, and this book is about women. And it made me realize that there's this sort of belief we have as young women that our self-discovery is important and that we are important, and that we sort of have this way of viewing the world that's a little bit self-absorbed but maybe not entirely unhealthy. You know, just a way of pursuing things that you want and being sort of unforgiving about that. And then when there's something that happens as you get older and you become a woman, I feel like for most women at least, there's this feeling that you sort of lose that unforgiving nature and that pursuit of self-exploration to the degree that it is when you're younger, you know. And there's some good reasons, but I think there's mostly bad reasons for that. It made me think about how through the ages we lose that quality and then we have to kind of gain it back again and return to a more wild or younger self in some ways, while also keeping this like maturity. And that's something that I've been thinking a lot about recently in my own personal life.